On Cabrillo, they weren't wrong, were they? Oil was dripping out of the land here. In fact, the very first oil well that was drilled in the ocean, it was about less than a mile from north from here on a place called Summerland. And that's what was in California. There weren't very many Native Americans here. There was between Malibu and San Luis Obispo at the point just before European contact, which had been occurring for almost 150 years before they made it to California. 20,000 people between here and San Luis Obispo. Why? Because we don't have a lot of fresh water. Los Angeles is the only major city I know in the world that's not built on a river. They don't have one. And so the population was very small here. The small streams where the salmon and steelhead would come here. It was also not contested that much. Why? Because places that are fought over, at least even in Native American culture, were where there was buffalo, where there was plenty of salmon, where those places were fought over. This place, while it was contested, wasn't contested for very much because there wasn't very much. And it's come to be one of the biggest places in the world, if you will. But the history of California is no different than the history of what happened on the East Coast, what happened on Cabrillo. They weren't wrong, were they? Oil was dripping out of the land here. In fact, the very first oil well that was drilled in the ocean,